Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's another beautiful day here in North Las Vegas. A little warm, that's right, but we can handle it. Hope you guys are doing good wherever you are, and thanks so much for stopping by to watch my little movies. My movie hauls, I should say. So yeah, thanks for coming by. I do appreciate it. Um, Today we're going to look at Hamilton book. That's right, Hamilton book. I did a little haul, a little hoarding up, as old PMac would say. So hey, let's get into this. Let me show you what I picked up. Some pretty cool stuff, I think, and some soon to be in Dollar Tree, I'm sure also. But I'm going to make a whole series like that, I think. Soon to be in Dollar Tree. Or maybe that's what most of my stuff is. Soon to be in Dollar Tree. Because I do watch everything I get, and let's say about 50% of it does not make the shelf. So there you go. All right. So first up, we have some zombies. Yay, zombies! Dead Life, Wormwoods End. Dead Life, Wormwoods End. That's not rated. 79 minutes from 2014. Like I said, it's a zombie movie. It doesn't get very good reviews. So, like I said, I expect to see this one in Dollar Tree soon if it hasn't already been there. There is no place for the living. 4 months after the apocalypse, was all it took to turn people into monsters and monsters into devils. 3 survivors seek refuge with the Wormwood militia, only to find Camp Wormwood may offer protection from the walking dead, but the camp holds dangers of its own. Once the living dead begin to change into unstoppable necro-devils, never heard of that one, the future begins to look hopeless. It's good guys versus bad guys versus worse guys in this post-apocalyptic landscape. Who will come out on the top and what will be left for them? It's put out by MVD Visual. There you go. Wormwoods End. Of course, like I always say, if you guys have seen any of these or have any comments about them, feel free to comment below, because I do read every comment. Next up, He's a Legend, Your History. Feed the Gods. Feed the Gods. Not rated, 84 minutes from 2014. It's a Canadian film. I think it's a Bigfoot. From what I'm reading, I think it's a Bigfoot movie. It doesn't get great reviews, but I'll check it out. I like anything Bigfoot related, so that's kind of why I picked it up. 2 brothers, Sean Roberts and the Killings, Tyler Johnson, return to a small mountain town in search of their long-lost parents, only to discover that the place has a monstrous taste for tourists. Rumors of a Bigfoot creature at first seem silly, but soon the unthinkable becomes real and the town's insidious past emerges. Writer-director Braden Croft delivers horror, blood, and laughs in equal measure in a nod to Sam Raimi's early films. Okay, I like Sam Raimi. Feed the Gods. Have you seen it? Let me know. Next up, this is a recent film. I think it just came out in the last couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks. But yeah, I did pick it up from Hamilton book. It's called The Stylist. The Stylist is 104 minutes long from 2020. And it gets so-so reviews so far. It's a slow burn psychological horror, I do believe. Obsession gets a makeover in The Stylist, a deliciously twisted slice of female-led psychological horror, my favorite. Nominated for the New Visions Award for Best Motion Picture at the 2020 Sitges International Film Festival, and based on co-writer Jill Gervardzian's, award-winning short film of the same name. We all dream of being someone else, but for Claire, the dream goes from an obsession to a living nightmare. Hairstylist by day, serial killer and collector of scalps by night. Claire's lonely existence is thrown into turmoil when her regular client, Olivia, asks her to style her hair for her wedding day. Increasingly fixated on Olivia's seemingly flawless life, Claire vows to lock up her scalp collection and change her ways for good, only to discover that repressing your deadly desires is easier said than done. The Stylist says, featuring striking visuals and pitch-perfect performances from its talented cast. The Stylist offers viewers a delicately deranged glimpse into social anxiety and loneliness. Sounds interesting. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought of it. Sounds interesting. Now this one, I don't know. This may be nightmare fuel in more ways than one. SRS Cinema, extreme and unrated. Grand Guignol Madness. The heck is that? Grand Guignol Madness. I know very little about this movie. It's not rated. It's from 2020, I think, and it's 67 minutes long. Grand Guignol Madness. In Paris, a tourist gets kidnapped by a sadist scientist who plans to make her a test subject for his terrible experiments. Various human fears and obsessions unfold over 6 segments of pure madness. A sensual cam girl receives a bouquet of roses, but these flowers wither as fast as the beauty of the girl. An ecologist kills everyone who pollutes the planet. During a talent show, 3 competitors will compete until the brutal end. A bodybuilder takes pills to increase his strength, but these pills pack a surprise. After the various disappointments with relationships, a girl takes her life into her own hands, and finally, something terrible happens to a supermodel during a photo shoot. Welcome to the theater of pain, sin, sexuality, and death. An experience dipped in the atmospheres of 80s gore and erotic, littered with violence, body horror, and eroticism. I don't expect this to be great, but hey, sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Let's see. Now, I did get a few things that my wife and maybe our grandkids may enjoy also, just because they were inexpensive. I expect this one will show up at Dollar Tree tomorrow. By the way, Dollar Tree is dropping new stuff this week. I believe the 16th is the Friday. Friday? 16th or 17th, whatever the Friday is. Yeah, it's supposed to drop this week. This one's called Mystical. I do like these kind of fantasy movies. This is from 2012, 90 minutes long. It's an adventure, basically about an apprentice magician. And I like apprentice magicians. I like magicians. Anything about a magician I'll watch. It doesn't get very good reviews, but hey, I'll check it out and probably watch it with my wife or my grandkids. Journey into a magical world. Set in a fantasy medieval context, Mystical shows the adventure of Eldon, an apprentice magician, rather clumsy and innocent, in which he gets involved in troubles due to a small error. He must repair the damage done with the help of Ira, a small nymph, on the way. They will meet some friends and not so friends. I don't know who wrote that, but they did a terrible job. The explanation. Mystica. Let me know if you guys have seen this one, what you thought of it, if you did see it. Mystica. All right, back to the horror. Oh, this thing's all tore up. I didn't notice that. Deadly Delivery. Deadly Delivery. Not rated, 87 minutes from 2018. Actually gets pretty good reviews. This is also known as Terror Takeaway. It's an Italian film, I do believe. And it's put out by MVD Visual also. An urban legend of mysterious pizza delivery killer, which may be all too real, is explained by an unscrupulous billionaire businessman. He organizes an absurd Willy Wonka-style contest and game at his luxurious villa for the 5 finalists. But is his true intention to draw out the legendary slasher? The extra toppings of gore come fast and hot in this scary and funny slasher homage to the best of 80s horror. Okay, we shall see. Deadly Delivery, the pizza dude. Bringing some extra toppings. Next up, Signed in Blood. A Contract. A Contract is 91 minutes long. It's an action thriller from 2006. Actually gets so-so reviews. You know, middle of the road reviews. The Contract. Be careful what you wish for, especially if it's murder. Excuse me, let me get a little drink first. Be careful what you wish for, especially if it's murder. A beautiful woman, drunk and despondent over her life, meets a sinister stranger in a bar. She rants about her boss, husband, babysitter, friend, and even a rude grocery clerk. He promises to solve all of her problems if she'll just sign her name on a napkin. She gives him her signature and thinks nothing of it until the killings begin. In the spirit of a Hitchcock thriller, this tense story of suspense featuring Academy Award winner Louise Fletcher, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, throws you into a catastrophic world of shock, panic, and fear. Put out by First Look. It's an action thriller. A Contract. Let me know if you've seen this one. Never heard of it myself. Sounds pretty interesting. Sounds good. Speaking of pretty interesting, this next one, it's Invincible, Indestructible. What was this awesome beast born 50 million years out of time? Repticulous. Ridiculous, but repticulous. That's right, not rated, 82 minutes long, from 1961. It does not get very good reviews, but I love anything creature feature, you know me. This is also Denmark's only large monster movie ever made in Denmark. So I understand there's some pretty good cinematography in this, even, you know, the back even looks goofy as heck with this monster, but I love these kind. You can just sit down, you don't have to think about it, just enjoy, laugh yourself crazy watching these things. What's it say? Wow. A Danish miner discovers a section of tail from a prehistoric lizard that is flown to Copenhagen, where it is to be kept on ice. Mishandled, the specimen thaws, and scientists discover its regeneration powers. Once fully regenerated, Repticulous goes on an unstoppable rampage. Through Denmark, it can fly, swim, walk, and has impenetrable scales, making it difficult to kill. Will Denmark survive? Cheesy Movies presents Repticulous. Cheesy movies. Indeed. You guys seen this one? Let me know what you thought of it. All right. Next up, Jonathan Reedwin, Sean Power, and Eline Power. Eline Power? Yeah. One of my favorite kinds. One of my favorite kinds of movies. That's right. It's a stoner movie. Stoner Express. I don't know why I get these things, but you know, another turn off your brain and sit back and go crazy watching these crazy movies. Jack travels to Amsterdam to track down his estranged father, but when he discovers his father's local coffee shop is on the rocks, father and son must band together to save the joint, literally, I'll bet. The two men embark upon a magical journey as they experience the highs and lows that Amsterdam has to offer. Amidst the madness, Jack unearths a potent secret weapon to get the family's business smoking again. Sounds funny to me. We'll see. Just so you guys, I don't know if you guys know or you keep up on things happening in Vegas, but Vegas is poised to become Little Amsterdam. Why do I say that? Because they just approved allowing smoke shops, smoke shops all around the valley. I think they approved like 20 of them or something. So you're going to be able to go into a smoke shop. You're going to have to, you can't, there's no alcohol involved, but you'll be able to go into these smoke shops, sit down and smoke your favorite weed. Yeah. Who'd have guessed? Who'd have guessed we'd have been at this part of our lives that we'd see pot smoking lounges in the United States, in Las Vegas, coming soon, for those of you that are interested. Stoner Express. Can't wait to check that one out. All right. Last but not least, from Hamilton Book. Probably one of my favorite sitcoms from the 70s. Had, you know, Vinny and the gang in Welcome Back, Cotter. That's right. Welcome Back, Cotter was on for 4 seasons from 1975 to 79. Has 38 hours, 95 episodes, contains 16 discs, put out by Shout Factory. I don't know if you guys remember or know anything about it, but of course you see John Travolta there, who played Vinny. This was right up there with all the shows that I really enjoyed back in the 70s. The great sitcoms, All in the Family, Sanford and Sons, The Jeffersons, Good Times, Barney Miller, Happy Days. I used to love all of those. You know, I think I have most of those on DVD now, so with the addition of this. Very inexpensive. I think it was like a quarter of the original cost on Hamilton Book. Meet the Sweat Hogs. They're rowdiest, goofiest bunch of students to ever step foot inside a high school, but if they think they're too unruly for a good teacher to handle, they're in for a rude awakening when they meet Mr. Cotter, a former sweat hog who's returned to his alma mater to shake the minds of these remedial students as their new teacher. I like this. I really like this sitcom. With the hilarious talents of comedian Gabe Kaplan, Marcia Strassman, John Travolta in the role that made him a star, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Robert Haggis, and Ron Palillo, the Academy Award nominated Welcome Back, Cotter will have you rolling with laughter, maybe even a little nostalgia from your own days as a sweat hog. There you go. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this one or if you've ever seen it. If you haven't, you really need to get on this. It's good, fun stuff. All right. So there you go, guys. My Hamilton book haul for, let's call it early July 2021. If you like this video, you want to see more of them, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much if you're already subscribed, but if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, please. And hit the notification bell so you'll know when I drop more videos. So that's it from North Las Vegas. A little bit later, if I get my mail correctly, I'm going to have a Kino Lorber, the June Swoon sale video. I'll put that up either today or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, you guys keep smiling. Keep having fun. If you ain't having fun, you're not doing it right. Keep a positive attitude. And until next time, peace.